Hard muffins on your head.
How dare you take away and make my muffins limp?
Welcome to page 7, everybody.
The irony is that no one ever wants a hard muffin.
No, of course. What do you mean the irony? Is that an actual...
What's ironic?
Isn't it ironic?
A hard muffin is that...
Don't you think?
It's not like there's a... There's not a well-known idiom involving hard muffins.
Yeah, Jackie just made up a saying and was like, you know what's ironic is this saying I just made up doesn't make any sense.
It's so ironic.
God, I'm so quirky. Everyone thinks I'm quirky.
What's ironic is the nonsense spewing from my face.
Man, I've had Baker Street stuck in my head for days.
Okay, now I got it. I needed the full...
The lyrics are so sad.
Why are you singing like a elevator music version of it?
Well, that is what happens in my head. That's my mouth saxophone.
Oh, okay.
I think that you're just not appreciating my mouth saxophone.
It just sounded a little bit elevatory.
I'm sorry. I just can't hit the pitch a saxophone can.
Oh, no, Baker Street's very elevatory.
No.
Extremely. Yeah, oh, yeah, Baker Street by that famed...
Jerry Rafferty, how dare you say he's not? Another year and then we'll be happy, but you're crying now. It's all about you keep thinking that you're gonna get there, but you know what? You don't.
God, that song's 6.5 minutes long.
And I love every second of it. They've got that whole like pew 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 pew. They have like the whole guitar solo.
You know this song, right?
Yes. I was mouthing me playing the saxophone while I walked down the street today.
You're a very soulful mime saxophonist.
God, I just want to play a saxophone.
It's possible.
No, it's very expensive.
You got to enroll in elementary school so that you can rent the $50 one.
They don't give saxophones to children.
Anymore.
They shouldn't.
No, they did.
They did.
My brother was a child, had a saxophone at
Which
home.
one?
Charlie.
Woodwind.
Charlie was a woodwind, Thomas was a brass,
Gotta
and
have
I was a percussionist.
Strong mouth.
Thomas was a trumpeter. And I was the tink 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 deck 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 drummer drum.
Oh yeah, I know the decky decks.
You got the strong fingers. Your brothers had the strong mouths.
Interesting. Not me. I ain't got a lick of any of it. They used to say I had the fingers to play a piano. And I don't.
They said you had piano fingers?
Yes, I remember like there was this old woman that used to quilt at my mom's house. She would grab my hand. She goes, "Your fingers are so long. You could play the piano." I was like, "I don't want to play piano."
So it's not that you don't have the right fingers, it's that you don't have the right attitude.
Yeah.
Or the right patience. I have no patience to learn any kind of instrument. Fuck that.
Your voice is your instrument. You're a talented vocalist.
Not today. Not today. Only for saxophones. I'm only for saxophones today.
Take your voice and your miming talent, put it together. You basically got your own invisible...
I'm a singing mime.
Yeah, you're a singing mime. I was going to say one-man band, but singing
Put
mime...
me in a box. I'll mime my way out of it.
Hey, the sax that you're playing is so tiny. I think it might be a soprano sax.
No, I was thinking of the baby sax.
The little tiny one.
That's what I want to play. What do those sound like, Molly?
Very high. Yeah, it looks like a gold clarinet.
That's the one you play on the side.
That's a flute.
No, the clarinet's the one that you play straight down. It's like a big stick. But it's got a little stick with a little horny at the end.
Did you ever go to the band room? I feel like, I know you were a theater kid, but I feel like the band room was like a fertile ground for boys to make out with, especially percussionists.
My first kiss was my first makeout was with a clarinetist on a band trip back from a football game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but y'all were bandies. See, like, we weren't bandies. We fucked within the theater group.
I had both.
What?
Yeah, me too.
The bandy was my junior high makeout, and then theater was my high school makeout.
Yeah, there was some intermingling in my.
There was flip flop, and the thing was that our band was like really, really good. So they were all fucking nerds. I'm sorry. They were all very talented. But you know what I mean? Where like there's a difference between people that are like fucking really good at it, but they were like, actually, when I put the trombone under my lips, it's a magic that you can never imagine. And I'm just like, play the play. Someone put their tongue in my mouth. And they were too scared to do it. I think I forcefully kissed one of them once.
One of the band dudes?
Yeah, just because it was funny.
Yeah.
Let me see those trombone lips, baby boy.
Like, oh, you want to see the fear in someone's eyes? Pin them down and kiss them real hard when you're 15. And too big.
Well, I got some goop news.
No. Oh.
We're becoming a 100% Goop podcast over here, and I'm happy about it.
Well, she just keeps getting worse and worse. Now she's opening a cafe in Manhattan.
Oh.
With the caveat.
3 green hearts.
Yuck. No, but what about the room for selfies?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, she's got a whole room in the cafe that's it's called a social media theater. And it's a room for taking selfies in.
I
But
just want to punch her in her kamakas.
you don't need that much room to take a selfie. You could take a selfie anywhere.
That's the beauty of a selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like what it is I feel like it's going to have something to do with like, what is it, this chats, and they're going to have like puppy tongue coming out of my mouth. Like you go in and it's like, oh, now I'm a Princess Goop for the day.
You're trying to talk about Snapchat.
Snapchat.
I was losing the thread there for a second.
You're desperately trying to talk about Snapchat.
That's the one. No, because I remember when Gilmore Girls had that whole publicity thing where like you could go to Luke's in your neighborhood, and I was really sad because I was working that day. So my friend went, and she said like you get a free gift when you get your free Luke's coffee, and it was just a Gilmore Girls filter for Snapchat. And I would have been so fucking pissed if I had waited in line and was like, no, I want a kiss. I want a kiss at least from Lorelai. I'll take it. Or her what's his name? Frank.
Frank?
Chunaby.
I never watched
The French
Gilmore
one.
Girls.
I never liked him, so I forget his name.
Oh, no, he's French. A Franck. His name is not Franck.
What is it? Japere. Something like that.
Le Pont. Michael Gerard.
What? Gerard Depardieu?
No, it's Michael Gerard.
Oh, and what's his name in the show? I would never know his name in real life.
Oh, okay.
Does he have a Frenchie name in the show too?
Yes.
Like Pierre? Is it
Yeah, aren't they all? Isn't Gilmore Girls Canadian?
Olivier?
No.
Michel.
Michelle. That's what it is. I knew it was one of those.
I've told you before, and I'll say it again. I've never wanted to watch Gilmore Girls
know.
because my friend said I looked like Alexis Bledel, and it annoyed me.
You don't.
She
You're
got a
much
small
more
mouth.
beautiful.
Thank you. She's got a small, tiny face and a tiny mouth.
You do have the darling blue
Bledel?
eyes.
Alexis Bledel? Mm-hmm. I'll be the judge of this.
Traveling pants, much?
Yeah, she is a traveling pants member.
God, that
Nah,
movie.
not really.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, her face is so small. Everything about her is
She's
small.
got a big forehead.
Yeah, I've got a normal head.
You do. You have actually, I would say, a 3 head, and I'm saying that as a nice thing.
It's not too small.
No, it's not- no, it's
She's
not
trying to say that
no.
you have an abnormally small
No,
forehead.
I think
the
it's great.
shortest forehead.
My forehead is too big, so that's why I appreciate a nice sized forehead.
I think your forehead is very
Don't look
proportional.
at my forehead. Stop it. Stop it, both of you.
I've never looked that hard at it before.
Stop.
I think I got a pretty good one.
Yeah, you got a good one.
Yeah, totally standard.
It's okay. Yeah, I got a standard forehead.
Yeah. But man, when you got a forehead that people look at, yikes.
Yeah. And
You cover it up. Put something on it. Wear a hat or get bangs.
I was gonna
Something.
say, is it the best move to cover it with bangs, or does that just emphasize the length of the forehead?
No, because usually I do side swept bangs.
Break up those vertical lines.
Yeah, as you know, I am growing my hair out, so I don't have them right now. I'm going Ryder Strong, baby.
You do look exactly like Ryder Strong
Yes,
right
I
now, even
feel like
more than
him.
usual.
I feel like him.
What does being Ryder Strong feel like?
Like, yeah. But like, I just wish you guys could see me like putting my hair behind my ears. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah,
what
bro.
I need to do is get a leather jacket, but I don't because I should be one of those people.
Oh, you would look great in a leather jacket.
I don't know.
You've been a leather jacket person in the past.
In the past, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was when I had my big hair, and I think you need big hair to pull off a leather jacket unless you're a certain kind of person.
You were a leather jacket person when we first met.
Yes.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
pulled it off.
I did. I did pull it off.
You'll pull it off. You'll just look even more like Ryder Strong than
That's
right
the
now. But that's you
problem.
already couldn't look more like him if you tried. So I
Man.
think that you should just embrace it.
I want to date Angela. Except I don't look like college Ryder Strong. I look like high school Ryder Strong.
Who's hotter
We
anyway?
are talking about Boy Meets World, by the way.
If you're not familiar, his name is Sean Hunter. He is hotter in high school. Sorry.
He is hotter in high school.
So you should be. Nobody should be trying to look like Sean in college. He looked like a child actor who had been forced to take drugs that stopped him from growing.
The stunt. Oh, who else we were talking about that is also stunted? Oh, we were talking about Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. I went into a hole.
A Mary-Kate Ashley Hole?
Because
Yeah.
they just had to pay their interns after not paying them.
Yes.
Oh, that actually came through because
Yeah.
we covered that when it first happened.
Yeah, and I don't think they have to pay them that much, but they have to pay them something.
Yeah.
It's just weird because they're both dating drastically older men. Well, one's married to one. And it's Mary-Kate, who's married to Sacha Baron. And like, he is...
Frenchie number 2 of today's show.
He's 47 going on 185, and
Yeah.
he looks like a dad that is like, oh, your skirt's too short, Lacey, but I like it. To like his teenage daughter. But then Ashley, who is like the more fun one, is like banging a guy in his 60s, but man, he's pretty hot. I think it's Sachs from like Goldman Sachs, though.
Really?
Yeah. He's
See,
kind of hot.
It makes me slightly. Everyone can fuck who they want to. Young people can fuck older people as long as everybody's obviously over the age of consent. But it makes me feel really specifically weird that those two child stars who were famous for being children, now that they're adults, fuck people who were the age of adults when they were famous children.
But it
You know
wasn't
what I
like
mean?
they were watching the show, though.
No, but I'm just like, I guess why do both of them? I shouldn't. It's not their sex life's none of my business. But isn't it a little bit weird that they're both into extremely older men?
I think they definitely have daddy issues.
Yeah, I guess it's just a
Obvi.
daddy-
I mean, you know, I do too, but not to that extent.
or a 3 daddy issue combined with Danny, Jesse, and Joey.
But it is weird because I was looking at pictures of them and their younger sister,
Elizabeth.
Olsen, who's got like 1.5 feet on them.
Yeah.
So they must have been stunted just by like, I don't know,
Drugs and insane drug use.
and like forced to perform.
Yeah, and maybe like you
Oh,
got
like-
to stay cute.
Like gymnasts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe they were bound.
Bound. Yeah. God, I wish I was bound.
You have your tiny little feet that you have to shuffle behind Doug.
But I wish they did it like to my thighs only. So my thighs were really, really small, but everything else was the rest was the regular size. But I could wear mini skirts like a son of a bitch.
Just teeter tottering on your feet.
Man, those interns got $530 each.
That's it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
More than they had before, Molly.
Yes, but less than 1 month's typical rent in this city.
Yes, that is true.
By a factor of a third.
I mean, how much money do they have able to give them?
Infinite. Infinite amounts.
They got a lot of money.
They look creepier than ever.
Yeah, but Mary-Kate looks creepier than Ashley.
Yes, one of them is exponentially creepier than the other.
Oh, do they suck in their cheeks when they get their pictures taken?
Yeah.
Or is it just their face?
Good question.
No, they don't have to. They're worth $300 million.
God dang.
I'm transfixed by their haunted faces. Their faces they look, because they're like almost exactly my age, and I like grew up watching Full House, so I was always like, that's what somebody my age is, Michelle. And so now seeing them, they have these like the eyes of like a 200-year-old like person
Mummy.
haunted
Yeah.
in who's trapped inside a vessel that they can't escape.
Mrs. Havisham.
Huh?
Mrs. Havisham. Charles Dickens.
I don't remember.
You're bringing up an obscure Charles Dickens story? Mrs. Havisham?
No, it's from Pip. What's it?
Oh, Great Expectations.
Great Expectations. And she's like up in the attic and like she's in her wedding dress and there's all these clocks and they're all at the time that her husband was supposed to show up at the altar, but he never came.
Mrs. Havisham.
I don't know why.
Coming summer.
I fucking hated that book, and that's all I remember.
Starring Mary-Kate and Ashley, who are both just playing one character, just like always.
Just like always, and they are Mrs. Havisham. I would watch that movie.
Yeah, they should just be cast in roles featuring extremely haunted people. Then they would be good.
But they don't want to be on the other side of the camera. I think the quote was like, as far as I'm concerned, the only thing that should be the other side of the camera is a model. Like, for them.
Uh-huh.
So I think they're done.
That's why they didn't do Fuller House.
Yeah, but I think they're also stick up.
I think they're stick up and perhaps slightly traumatized by coming into consciousness, surrounded by all those dorks over at Full House.
Yeah,
They're so creepy looking.
they're
They're
really
so
are.
creepy looking, aren't they? I
Yeah.
just can't stop staring at them.
But like it was just I don't know. It was like looking at some pictures of like the four of them went on a double date and they didn't even sit together. They're like completely separate from each other. It's like that's not a double date.
The two
you
old
happen
guys.
to be at the same place.
Oh, they're here.
But Ashley's dude is definitely hotter. Daddy, that's a daddy.
That's a daddy.
And God, that daddy is made out of millions of dollars. Like I bet you could he sits and $100 bills just like come out of the tip of his penis, and you don't know how it happens. It just poofs out like dry cum, which I imagine is also what's coming out of his penis. At the end, just oh, I'm sorry. Arid, that's his middle name.
Oh God.
Yeah, the guy's name is Sarkozy. Oliver Sarkozy.
Yeah, that's the other one. That's Doinky.
He's 44.
That's the bad one.
Doinky is the bad one. I think he looks older than the other one. Sax. I just know because it was funny. I stared at these pictures for probably way too long.
I'm gonna do it when I leave here.
I'm glad.
I may as well be looking unendingly at their partners as well as their own faces.
Kind of sexy daddy, though. I'll take it. Oh, taking a heartbeat. Oh, I need a sugar daddy. Anyway, Shailene Woodley, huh?
Shailene Woodley?
Big Little Lies.
Oh yeah, how do you feel about it? Let's
I'm in
talk
it.
about it. Yes,
I'm
yes,
turned.
yes.
Big Little Lives?
It's the HBO show based on the book. It's all about a spicy sex
Big Little Lies.
quadrangle.
I thought you said Big Little Lives, and it was like another one of those shows like Little Big World.
How dare you? Or I thought you were going to say, what is it?
Big people, Big Planet, Little People.
Stunted Champions? What is it? The Steve Harvey show?
Oh, what is it?
Tots that have talent.
Yes,
Bitches. Brew.
Stars.
Steve Harvey Kids Show. I thought you were saying the other day that you were enjoying that.
No,
That you had something that you had to admit to Molly that you were wrong about something.
Yeah, you
A
did.
show about children.
Yeah, that's
was it?
true.
No, it was the Food Network.
Yes, maybe
Master Chef
Chef.
Junior.
Master
Right.
Chef Junior. The show that you're
Please.
thinking about is Little Big Shots.
How I
Little
will
Big Shots.
never like Little Big Shots.
Little Big Shots,
No matter
wow.
how much I have had to drink, I will never like Little Big Shots.
But Big Little Lies, you're sold, even though there are small children in it, but they're not too annoying.
Dude.
I didn't
and
see yesterday, so don't even say anything.
I didn't either.
Okay.
It's sexy rapey. I didn't like Shailene Woodley, and then I started looking into Shailene Woodley's life, and I think I like her.
She's the young one, right?
Yeah.
Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Reese Witherspoon and Nicole Kidman looking pretty good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I did not think that she would be good.
Soft lighting.
But she's just the
Very
uptight.
soft lighting.
She's just weird enough to play that character. That she's just like she's so uptight, and that
And
character
the
is supposed to be
sex in it.
complicated.
It's complicated, but I might like it too much. I think it says a lot about me. I think it says a lot about me when I was talking about it, and someone's like, "You're really?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I really like it."
Well, I think if you can divorce everything you know about the relationship, you could just take the sex, and that would be fine because
Yeah.
it is consensual sex.
Is
a
it
lot-
like Game of Thrones sex?
It's a lot of like really horrible, like abusive fights, and then angry fucking makeup sex, like right afterwards.
But crucially consensual, which is
Yes.
different than Game of Thrones.
That they're both into. They're both abusing. They're both into the angry sex.
Right.
Yeah, and the relationship is fucked because it's abusive. But I think that you can.
Oh, I was thinking more incest.
Oh no.
No. This is just a sexy rich people show that there happens to be a murder, and like they're like dancing around. It's like, yeah, this murder happened, but look at them have sex,
Right.
in their big houses with all their money.
Yeah.
And I love it.
And I think they're trying very hard to, even though the relationship is fucked up, and I think it's supposed to be. I think that you're also supposed to be turned on by the sex because they're trying very hard to make it very hot.
It's hot.
Nicole Kidman sex scenes?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
And Alexander Skarsgård.
All like full, like see everything sex scenes?
I mean, there's
like full nude, like nude sex scenes
Not-
with Nicole
I don't
Kidman?
know,
Like,
no,
have
not
you
full
seen-
nude.
No.
But there's a lot of really, there are a lot of really like sexy parts of like masturbating, stuff like things like that, where it's like that is really like, God damn, and like she's in her what, 40s, 50s?
I don't know, but she
50s.
looks
She's in her
fantastic.
early. I think she's in her early to mid 50s.
Oh my Christ!
And I guess Alexander Skarsgård is also from Game of Thrones. Maybe he's some other. Is that true?
he's like I think he's like.
Oh
a
yeah, that's the guy
forever
that plays
known.
Jamie Lannister.
Is he?
Yes.
Yeah, the big Viking fellow. He's sexy.
Sexy, very sexy.
And he's fucking Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
Oh, I think we just flipped the switch on Marcus.
All right. I mean, yeah, two hot people fucking. I'm always down for that.
And it's just like really, it's just a really well written show. I mean, it definitely, at first, I think I watched the first 20 minutes of it drunk off my ass. I was like, this show is boring. I hate it. And I think I said that on here. And
did.
now when I went back and I rewatched it, I was like, oh no, recede it.
Like,
I
this
mean,
is
no.
straight up your alley.
It's very much up my alley.
Yeah.
I very much enjoy it.
Nicole
Yeah.
Kidman's 49.
Not looking good on the red carpet, but in the soft, rapey lighting, she is 1,000%.
What did she say was the reason why she did the seal clap?
Her rings were too big.
Oh please.
She was scared of hurting the rings. Girl, you can't pay them back.
And also,
What she got?
you can just do a sideways
You can do a
clap.
side-
Yeah,
clap.
right.
Yeah, you don't have to.
No, I think she got caught being a weirdo, and she had to come up with an excuse.
Yeah, she took like a couple days, crowdsourced it, did like a focus group. What's the least objectionable thing?
Your rings. Say it
gotta
was
be
your
the
rings.
rings.
Say it
Okay.
was your rings.
I'll say it was the rings.
I just
My rings are too big.
My rings.
That's what she sounds like. She's so meek. She is great in it, and so is Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
it's a very, and I'm not a huge fan of Shailene Woodley in it, but I like her as a person. She's best friends with Brie Larson. Oh my god.
Yeah, they look like they would be best friends.
I think I forget the exact quote, but it's like I was just reading stuff about her, but it was like. She's like, I don't really refer, like, even though she is such a strong, like, she is out for, like, female rights and, like, environmental rights, she's doing all this shit, and she's like, I just wouldn't say I'm a feminist, she's like, because I love to just fuck men. And I was like, whoa! I don't know if the two correlate. I mean, I'm not a political person, but I don't think they correlate. However, I hear you, girl.
Yeah, I mean, you can fuck as much as you want
When
when
I
you're a
get it,
feminist.
yeah.
But, I don't know anything about her, but I like her in the thing just fine. I think she's doing a
I
good
didn't
job.
see the Cancer movie.
Oh, is that what she's from?
Cancer movie. That's how she knows Brie Larson. They were in the Cancer movie together.
The
Oh,
light
no, I'm a
fault behind our
teenager.
stars.
The
Fault in our
in
stars.
our stars.
Yes. Fault
Oh
in
no,
Our
I'm a
Stars.
teenager. I have cancer.
I have
Yes.
cancer is what it
Is
should
that
be
what it
called.
is? Okay.
I just remember my mom read the book and she like called me and she was like, I'm like, should I read it? And she's like, no.
I read it. It's for teens. It's
It's
good.
a sad teen book.
It's very, very.
you know I
teeny.
love sad teen books. I
good,
just
yeah.
love teen books. I'm fine with that.
No, if you love teen books, it is. I mean, it's a
Some
very
just
good book. There's a
makeouts.
reason that the teens love it so much. It's very good. It's just a little bit young for this adult.
God, The Fault in Our Stars. That's just such a fucking that's made for teenagers.
Yes, it's very emotional, like a teenager.
And if I was 16, I'd probably be all up in that.
And boy, are they! Yes, children
Maybe I should
love
read it.
that
Maybe
book.
I should
You
slap
might,
that
you
in
might-
my head.
I read it and I couldn't put it down. I missed a subway stop while reading it.
That's great. What? Molly?
I know, but that happens to me pretty often when I'm reading. But it is like, yeah, that's what I thought as I was reading it. I was like, damn. If I had read this at 16, I would have like the whole thing tattooed on my body. But as an adult now, I'm like, all right, teens, tone it down, but it's good.
Is it sexy?
No,
It's just cancer.
I think it's just sad.
it's just sad.
But speaking of sexy, I have been looking at Jason Momoa's Instagram. I started to follow him.
Good for you.
His children are beautiful.
I might meet him this weekend.
Why?
Why didn't you invite Jackie?
Why?
Last Podcast is doing the Salt Lake City Comic Con this weekend, and he's going to be there.
You shouldn't have told her.
Why?
If I meet him, I'll be sure to send you a
No,
picture.
I don't want a picture.
You give it a big
Get me
thumbs
on
up.
that plane. You put me in a suitcase. I
Jason,
will meet
Momoa.
him.
You and Henry
Jason,
can switch
Momoa.
places like a la The Parent Trap.
That's great. Oh my God. All of a sudden, now I'm Henry Zebrowski. I love to ride horses. Of course, I'm the British classy one, and he's the trashy American one.
Hello, Ben and Marcus. It's me, Henry.
What is wrong with you?
I love to wear cardigans and tiny skirts. Never a skirt, because what if my thighs show?
Do you have a stroke?
Ben and Marcus, though, the whole time are like, Henry's acting really weird today.
You have no idea. I really pull the wig over your eyes.
But yes, I will make sure to get a picture with
I
me
don't
and
want
him.
a picture. What I would like is an autograph that says, "To Jackie, yes, I will have sex with you. Love, Jason Momoa."
Oh my God. If you could get him to write that
That
down.
is what I would like.
Those cost autographs cost money.
How much?
Like $30.
Worth it. Worth it for my spank bank.
I'm not sitting in line all day.
You don't have to sit in line. You're gonna be special.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right?
A VIP.
Yeah, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a VIP.
You could stroll up there, touch his hair.
Yeah, I was going to say, get a lock of his hair.
Oh my God! And there's just all these pictures of him. His truck broke down, and he was like with one of his buddies, and he's sitting on the side of the road, and he's like, he had a name for his truck, but like he always has beers in his truck, but he just bought a bunch of Girl Scout cookies, so it was just him and his buddy drinking beer and eating Girl Scout cookies on the side of the road, waiting for the tow truck driver.
I'd just probably poke him if I saw him.
Ew! Why?
Just see how hard he is.
God, you know he's hard.
Yeah, it's got to be oddly hard.
Yeah.
Too hard.
I don't know if I've ever touched anyone that hard.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird to think about.
I just want to try. I just feel like because I would just immediately try to like grapple up him like he's like a scaling wall and like just to see, you
How
know.
tall is he?
I don't know.
Like 6'8"?
Is he really that tall?
I think he's fucking gigantic.
God, that just makes it better. And his children are just they're so tropical. You know what I mean?
He's a tropical man.
He is. He ends all of his Instagram posts with aloha. And his children have tropical names. I mean, he is all kinds of Hawaiian.
Yeah, he's 6'4".
6'4" is not even that tall.
Just want to jump on.
Yeah, his kids' name are Lolo Iolani and Nakoa Wolf Manakuapo Namakahiha.
Tropical. Their hair is so beautiful. Oh my God. I just want to cut a clip of it off and clip it in my hair and say, Oahu. It's like the shade of.
He's like, why are you naming cities in Hawaii?
I just want to, like, their children look like they were born under the sun. Like, I mean, like, just their hair is, like, perfect, like, beachy waves with, like, just the right amount of, like, sun kissed on them.
Yeah, I always assume that people who live in Hawaii must be happy all the time. All the time.
I think he lives in Los Angeles.
But he's from Hawaii.
Yeah, but he goes to Hawaii a lot. I should never have followed him on Instagram.
Is it causing? Didn't you make Doug look at his Instagram for like 40 minutes in the bar the other night?
It was too long. I just kept going through him. Like, and another reason why I like him, it was too, like, he agreed though.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, no, he's a very hot guy.
We all agree that he's a very attractive man.
And then it got to a point that I was
You're like,
I'm
keep
sorry.
looking. He's like, I said I agree.
And then I was like, but remember that Axe video? And then I looked up the Axe video again. And he's like, yeah, I remember it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he's a really good looking guy.
Very good looking. I know. I heard.
Uh-oh. I made a bad at date night. He loved it. It was fine. I'm just open, you know?
Uh-huh.
Can't I be open?
You can be open.
Ides of March are coming up. Are we ready?
What are the Ides of March?
Julius Caesar.
Yeah, but what's gonna happen?
Get killed.
We're all gonna get killed?
Yeah, everyone gets. I think it's like paranoia, and it's bad.
Oh, we beware it.
We beware.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I've never known what the Ides of March are, and I've never wanted to admit it because
That's when he
everyone
gets
else
killed.
knows.
That's when he gets
I don't
killed by.
think, no one else knows. Everyone just pretends. Like,
Okay.
oh, the Ides of March.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
beware them.
That's,
Yes.
that's what I
Yes,
do.
these are the things that we are beware.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but I've never known. I've never understood.
Well, now you know. I just
still
gave you
don't
an in-depth description
I think I'm more confused
of
after
what it
listening
is.
to you.
No, I probably should have looked it up before I started talking about it. Et tu, Brute? I remember that. I
Wait, does anybody
down
watch
notes.
Bletchley Circle? Nobody. This is probably too dorky for anybody to talk about it,
No,
right?
sounds too dorky.
Okay.
I did start watching Project Runway though, so is that too dorky?
No, that's probably more our speed. Bletchley Circle is a
Designers.
Netflix show featuring 4 women who are coders in World War II, decoders, and it's what.
Wind
Stop rolling
talkers.
your eyes at me.
Wind talkers.
They're coders. They like look at numbers and memorize.
That's
them.
what wind talkers were, except
Really?
they spoke Native American.
Right. These people were British. They were women.
Oh,
And
so they're not
they-
Nicolas Cage.
They're not Nicolas Cage, but they're very beautiful and sexy. And I thought maybe
Do
some
they have
people-
sex?
No, they're just very strong women.
Well, then.
They're sexy in the way that they are like really accomplished women, and men
You
don't take them
know,
seriously.
I need at least 10 to 20% sex.
That's why I
in
knew
my
you'd like
shows.
Big Little Lies. I just want to congratulate myself for knowing exactly how much you would like it.
You did a very good job
Thank
because
you.
I love to watch sex very much.
Thank you.
Now I need a new sex show.
Now I
You're
need
not
a new
coming
sex
out
show.
fast enough.
I know.
Well, I mean, a good sex show is hard to do.
I know. I think it takes a lot to put into it.
Yeah, and I think I got to the point on Big Love where I'm not sure if I want to keep going. /
Give
I'm
up.
too sad about Bill Paxton.
Just give up.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better.
Okay.
Wherever you are, it doesn't get any better.
Uh-huh.
And then you just keep like, no. This weird plot twist has to go somewhere.
Goes nowhere.
It goes nowhere. It all goes nowhere.
Yeah.
I think I made it like 5 episodes into that
The
show.
first season is fun.
Yeah.
I really liked it, and the second season kind of falls off.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I still watched it, unfortunately, or fortunately.
Did you watch all 5 of the seasons?
Yes. It was too much. But especially when you watch it back to back.
Uh-huh.
But I just liked watching Chloe Savini have sex. Because she's a good one to watch to have sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever see her
she's-
give a blowjob?
Where you see it.
She did it in a movie on screen.
What movie?
Really?
Brown Bunny. She blew
What's
Vincent
that?
Gallo.
What's that movie?
It was a shitty movie with that Vincent Gallo directed, and Chloe Savini gave him a blowjob on screen.
Vincent Gallo was like, I will direct this movie. First direction, Chloe Savini, give me a blowjob.
Get on your knees right now, woman.
Okay, I'm wild. I'll do it.
She is wild.
Do we see his
Super
penis?
wild. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I haven't ever seen it.
I actually had a thought while watching Big Little Lies where I was like, it's probably good that I'm not really an actor because if I had to film a scene like this, I would be desperately uncomfortable.
No, what's her name? Thandie Newton from Westworld.
Yeah.
She just came out saying that like she's gotten to a point that she enjoys acting naked almost even more because of how free she is.
Really?
And like talking about like she found this whole other side of acting, of being naked and acting, and how you just are what you are. And, it's like the whole like artist view of it. However, goddamn, I mean, she's got the body to be able to say like, yeah, I
Is she
can
the
act.
madam?
She's the
yeah.
brothel
She's
owner.
beautiful.
And I mean, she's fantastic in it. I can't wait to see the next season. But she also just like, can you imagine
No.
being naked?
Absolutely not. Can you imagine Alexander Skarsgård like grabbing your hair and thrusting at you whilst naked?
Yes.
You can't.
Yes, I definitely can. I was watching an Ariana Grande, her new music video, because a friend of mine was in it, making out in it. It's like all about like making out, and she's like, "Give it to me hard" or something. And actually, I kind of like the song. It had a fellow Future. I enjoy him
Why you point at me?
because I feel like you've talked about him before.
Future, maybe.
And so it's all like people making out in situations that they shouldn't be making out in. And I was just thinking about that. Like, it's all like with a bunch of people you don't know, and you have to like hardcore like make out, like ripping off clothes of somebody in front of a bunch of like actors that you also don't know. Like that's got to be weird too, because that's just like a day. Mm-hmm. At least like Nicole Kidman and like Skarsgård have gotten to know each other at this point.
Yeah, but that's much worse to me. Like having a friend / colleague be like, okay, now we're gonna have really, really rough sex.
Yeah.
For pretend that is worse, much worse. If you were like make out with a stranger all day, I'd be like, okay, great. But like this like respected professional is gonna like spank you on camera would be, I think, a little bit embarrassing.
So they're spanking?
God, that one that I just keep flashback to that one in like the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yeah.
There's a bathroom sex scene?
There's a few.
It's worth emphasizing that it is an extremely fucked up relationship. Again, so if you're hearing us and you're like, but no, just because it's like, but it's complicated. That's the whole thing, right? But it's really, really messed up. But they purposefully I just think that it is not the wrong. I mean, being turned on by how they do the sex scenes is like you can watch the sex scenes themselves and be like, this is.
I feel like I would be more uncomfortable by it if she didn't like it.
Right.
Like
yeah, right.
It was an unwanted thing. Then I'd be like, yikes, oh, I'm turned on and I feel like I shouldn't be.
Right. And so, yeah, knowing the whole backstory, it's complicated. But yeah, I have a much less of a hard time watching it than, for example, like Game of Thrones, where it's like actual rape scenes, because I feel like this is like, yeah, it's the whole kind of plot is like exploring like, well, we do this with each other and it's really unhealthy.
It's our dirty
we hate
secret.
it, but that I like the sex. And she says in therapy, I really like the sex, and I think we do it because we like the sex.
It's their dirty secret.
I would say about 10% of Game of Thrones sex scenes are rape scenes. All the rest are pretty sexy.
Right. It's not all.
yeah,
it's
but
not
then you
all,
also
but-
throw in the 5% of incest.
Yeah, there is 5% of pretty strong incest
But
in there.
the incest scenes
I
are
was gonna say those are your face.
Super hot. And
Pretty
also
hot.
featuring Alexander Skarsgård.
He's like, you give me a problematic sex scene, I'll do it.
I will. I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy it.
Good for him.
I mean, yeah, he's making a living out of really forced sex or non-forced sex.
Consensual.
Weird sex.
Weird
sex.
Bad.
I was started talking about, and I have not seen it yet, and the way that people react when I talk about it makes me really want to see it. Is Shame.
I don't know, Shane.
It is what's his name? He's hot, but he's like vanilla, but hot vanilla.
One more hint.
Face. He's got a face. He got almost like a Viggo Mortensen. And it's all about his shame of his sex addiction.
Oh,
Willem Dafoe.
No. Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender. And like I don't know why I've just been bringing it up lately. I feel like sometimes I like to test out the waters of like, you ever see the movie Shame? Just to see how people react. And I was talking with a good friend of mine. She's like, yeah, I did. And I would never fucking watch that again. But I'm glad that I watched it. And I was like, okay. But I think it's something I got to watch by myself.
That's how people talk about Secretary, which I still haven't seen. Everyone's
See,
like,
no,
ooh.
Secretary's just sexy.
Yeah, people are just like,
Again,
yeah,
it's consensual. I mean, it's just BDSM.
Secretary's super sexy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm quite sexed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, so I should watch it.
But I think Shame it's all the like guilt of it, and I think like I guess you see all kinds of Michael Fassbender's dick in it because he's just fucking.
Yeah.
It's just fucking.
Interesting.
He likes
The whole
showing his dick a
fucking-
lot.
Really?
I think he's got a couple of movies where he shows his dick.
He's so plain. I'm not sure if I could picture.
That's
his
what I
face.
mean. Like he's a more plain Viggo Mortensen. I don't think he's a bad actor. I just think it's like.
I said Willem Dafoe because when I try to picture Viggo Mortensen, I picture Willem Dafoe. But
I
I don't
understand
think.
that.
I just want to clarify. I don't think Willem Dafoe is sexy. He's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I would hook up with him, just be like, man, whoa, I did that last night.
All right, it's time for the list.
Yeah, who's on the list? Marcus, gotta have that list.
Celebrity women who gave birth after 40.
Damn, Janet Jackson.
Oh, yeah. Halle Berry, 41 years old.
Wow.
She's so beautiful.
Catwoman.
Gotta
It was a
bring up
bad
her
one.
worst movie.
I was talking with my mother-in-law, and she's like, you know what movie I love? Monsters Ball. And I was like, why? And she's like, I don't know, it's a good movie. I was like, it is a good movie. But I would never in my wildest be like, you know what? You gotta go home and watch right now. Monsters Ball. Speaking of weird forced sex scenes.
That's
Yikes.
that's a weird one to bring up in casual conversation.
Yeah, especially, in that kind of situation. What do you talk about? I'd be like, yeah, remember what Billy Bob Thornton did to her? Like, I can't say that.
Yeah.
So I said nothing.
Good.
Because I'm classy.
Salma Hayek, 41 years old, gave birth to her daughter Valentina.
You know I choose her.
Is she married to Edward Norton, or did I make that up? Salma Hayek. Am I just thinking of a movie they were in together? Or what else? Because
I don't know, but I was at a bar recently and Keeping the Faith was playing, and I know I talk about that movie all the time, and it was
I love that movie.
it just made me want to watch the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if she's married to him.
I don't know why I
She's
think
married
that.
to Francois-Henri Pinault.
I'm super wrong. I don't know where that came from. Did they do a movie together? That must have some reason.
I mean, maybe
maybe they
I wouldn't
dated.
put it past it.
I don't know.
Oh God, I'll watch it.
In any case, yeah, I would.
Yeah,
watch
they dated at one point.
Okay.
All right.
God, I thought that I was really
I thought you were losing it for a second.
jumping the shark myself, but okay, good. I'm glad that I remember.
proud of
things.
you.
My brain is still
I
working.
mean, I know that you're obsessed with Ed Norton, so that of course, that'll stick in your brain. You're not
Yeah.
obsessed, but you love him.
Apparently, my Ed Norton trivia is still alive and well.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Madonna, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was 42 when
She-
she gave birth to Rocco.
I'm sorry. Didn't she just adopt 2 more kids?
Yeah, I think so.
God. I mean, I guess she can.
Good for her.
Good for her. I mean, she's got the money. Throw them at those kids.
Maybe she's bored.
I think. Yeah. She can only work out so many hours a day. So slap some more kids in here.
Her arms are as strong as they can get.
I hope. If she gets any stronger, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
A woman can only rope herself so much. Nicole Kidman, 41.
And it's looking good on her. Damn, she's got an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's a bag of bones.
She's a bag of bones.
Sunday Rose.
That's the name of the child.
Oh, I was like, who's that? Sunday Rose Kidman.
Those Australians.
That's not Tom Cruise's kid, though. That's
No, that's Keith Urban's kid. So it would be Sunday Rose Urban. Sunday Rose Urban.
I'm sorry, just quick divot. Listening to my mom explain to me the plot of The Shack today made me want to kill myself. My mom saw The Shack and it was ethereal.
What's
is what
The
she
Shack?
said. The Shack it's based on a book. It's based on like some Christian book. It is I guess it's not a Christian book. Actually, the Christianity banned it. But it is the main guy is Tim McGraw.
Oh.
And he goes to his daughter is kidnapped, and he goes to this shack,
like taken with
and-
Tim McGraw.
But God is Octavia Spencer, and she's like, and the Catholics hated it because God was a black woman, but they don't know what he. And my mom's going on and on, and then she started talking about and she's like, and a fairly. I could hear her wanting to say the word Oriental and trying so hard to think of another word. And she's slightly Asian woman played the Holy Spirit, and I thought that was a nice touch.
You're like, yeah, good job, Mom.
For you, Mom.
Thank you. You're
Good for you.
Asian is fine. Good work.
really grown up there, aren't you?
You've
You've done well.
But it does sound like a horrible movie.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a horror. That sounds like, talk about Fault in Our Stars is for teens. That sounds like it's maybe a movie for teen
Yeah.
politics.
A grieving man receives a mysterious personal invitation to meet with God at a place called The Shack.
But God is a black woman, just so you know.
It
my
sounds
God.
very much in the line of those other ones with Jennifer Garner, where
All
the
of them.
one falls
You
from
mean
the
all of
tree
them,
and hits
yeah.
the head. And
Yeah,
And
it's
the
always
Kate
it's
Hudson.
got the and the name and something. It's like the and then a noun.
Yeah.
They make it very simple for
yeah,
people.
exactly.
Mariah Carey was 42 when she had the twins.
Yikes.
Those are nice twins. They got glasses.
They got glasses.
pretty-
They just came out with that. Someone posted on the Facebook page a picture of the twins that they just came out
They
with.
went to the Kids' Choice Awards
Yeah.
together.
And then the one with the glasses on just looked set there, just looking like, man, put her out of her misery.
Yeah,
Put a bullet in her brain.
she did look, for how young she is, she did look deeply embarrassed by her parents.
Miserable. I mean, Mariah Carey's tits were in outer space.
Gwen Stefani, 44.
God, she's got a good bod on her, though.
Yeah,
amazing.
she can do no wrong, in my opinion.
No, me neither. It's because she had braces.
Julianne Moore, 41. Got it.
She is forever beautiful.
She's just doing everything right.
She's the best.
that hair.
All right, it's time for blind item.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Only got one blind item today.
Oh my-
Really
it's
light.
been a slow week.
It's been a super slow week in celebrity news. I think after the Oscars, they all kind of calm down for a
take
couple
a
of
break.
weeks. They take a break. They
As
go on
they
vacation. But that's the thing is that now that they're on vacation, they're going to get in trouble.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get those blind items, baby.
Well, here's just one. This foreign-born A-list singer of a group had himself a birthday party. Agents from his talent agency were forced to show up. Lesser-known stars were pressured into showing up, and some bigger stars got paid to be there. And there were rumors that certain A-listers were there, but really were not.
Not B, but you said he's from a group?
One Direction.
He's
Yeah.
from a group. He's the lead singer of a rock group.
Oh, a rock
Not
group.
Jared Leto, no.
No. This
An
guy
actual
just
rock
he
group.
just sings and that's it.
Mark McGrath.
No, but you're getting a little closer.
Really?
Kinda.
That age group?
That age group,
Rob
yeah.
Thomas?
A little younger than that.
Younger than that.
Yeah, think like 99, 2000.
Blink 182.
No.
Not Smash Mouth.
Softer.
Softer than Blink 182.
Like this. Johnny Resnick.
No.
Oh, friggin'
Coldplay.
Yes.
Chris Martin?
Yes. He had a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory themed 40th birthday
right.
party.
Goop, where are you? He better write a book called Goop, Where Are You? And him just being like, I'm a sappy suck, and no one wants to come to my weird fucking chocolate birthday.
Maybe he wanted a chocolate birthday because Goop won't let him eat anything
Eat
but
any
lemons.
chocolate. You're right. That's
Yeah.
the thing. He don't eat anything but lemons. I just imagined him having like a chocolate river going through the party and him going up like awkwardly to people like, don't you want a taste of my chocolate? Like trying to be Augustus Gloop. And then him like, go try it. Do you want to try my chocolate river?
Goop is like, Christopher, get away from the chocolate.
Oh, well, I bet Goop one ain't nowhere near there.
But aren't they consciously something?
Uncoupling.
But aren't they? Don't they? I'll bet they go to each other's events.
No, I mean, it's not known whether Goop went to this one.
Well, obviously he lied about everything else, so.
Well, the rumors is Beyonce and Jay-Z, James Corden, Robert Downey Jr., Rob Lowe, Barbara Streisand, and Orlando Bloom.
Beyonce and Jay-Z have to go to Chris Martin's birthday party?
I feel like they show up for 5 minutes if they do, and they're like, okay.
But what do they owe him? That dude is a B-list.
See, I'm looking at a picture right now of Beyonce and Jay-Z, like, supposedly at the party.
It's a cardboard
I'm
cutout.
pretty sure that's not Beyonce and Jay-Z.
It's so
No.
far away.
That does not
So
look.
It
far
does
away.
not look. I mean, it looks like two black people.
Someone's like, that's Beyonce and Jay-Z.
It's gotta be. Two black
What other
people
black
at
people would be here?
two black people at a Coldplay party? Yeah.
Oh, it must be Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Gotta be famous people who are paid to come. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think that they have time for that in their lives.
I think James Corden was 1,000% there, though.
Yeah, and Robert Downey Jr. was definitely there.
Why are they biffs?
Well, I see very clear pictures of him. There's a very clear picture of him. There's a very clear picture of Orlando Bloom.
I would go if I could get extremely high beforehand.
What version did he do the party of? Was it?
It was the original. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It wasn't the fucking
The Johnny Depp.
Yeah, the weird Johnny Depp
I was thinking
version.
it was the Johnny Depp
Me
version
too.
because of course he would.
with the the Oompa Loompas being completely and totally replaced by clones of a small Indian man.
That was. I think I may have watched 10 minutes of that movie.
Yeah.
If that.
I went and saw it in the theater because I
Why?
was a gigantic Willy Wonka fan. So I, and I was visiting Charlie for Christmas, and we were bored. So let's fucking go watch Willy Wonka. Why not? It was horrific.
Yeah, they really messed that up. And how can you take something that's so fun, such a good story, and just make it so unwatchable?
So creepy and
Yeah.
unsettling. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Is that the first movie has it's creepy and unsettling, but it's just like hints of it, like
Right.
small little where you're just like, yeah, that makes me feel weird, and I don't know why. But the new one just made it it made you feel weird, and you knew exactly why it made
Right.
you feel weird.
But also, that was the whole point, like, that Gene Wilder wanted, that it's like, think of this man that has this. Of course he's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Of course he's got weird fucking shit going on inside of his... I mean, I know everybody knows that, but, like, the boat scene that, like, the people in the boat didn't know that was going to happen. So him, like, Gene Wilder knew it was going to happen, but nobody else did. So the fact that, like, that's real terror on their faces, that makes a great movie.
yeah.
Not just being like, I'm so weird. Look at my false teeth for no reason.
Look at how weird I am. I talk weird. I've got a weird voice.
That was so...
Makes me mad just thinking about it.
yucky yuck.
So mad. We're going to leave mad.
No.
You want to leave angry? Don't look back in anger.
I heard you say... Have you been listening to Oasis?
A little bit, yeah. After we talked about it on Sex and the Human Activities, I actually started listening to Oasis again.
I've been in a weird Oasis place.
I think that's fine.
I think it says something about where my head is.
I think so.
And the fact that I've been listening to Baker Street on repeat.
Yeah, you've been
that
listening to just
says
Baker
something.
Street and Oasis.
I'm fine.
Jackie's just walking down a dark alley where it's misting.
Everything's fine. I think I've been spending too much time in LA. I think that's the problem.
Yeah. All right.
Guys, listen to Jerry Rafferty. He's a genius and he's unsung.
Goodbye.
For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to cavecomedyradio.com.